Hi guys, I'm here today to show you the place command. Place is the command that I use undeniably the most frequently with my own dogs at home. I use it because place is a command that helps me maintain order and structure. So the place command is another kind of targeting exercise. We're using, in this instance, just a towel, but at home I have kitchen rugs that I use, I have their beds. When I go out in public, I have a towel that I can roll up and put in my bag so that I can pop it out whenever I need it. Jemma's doing it perfectly right now without me even asking her to do it. Place is a command that gives my dog literally a place to stay while things go on in the world around her. So it's a command that I use to overcome distraction in the environment. I use it over a long duration of time, and I also use it to give my dog a comfortable place to stay even when I happen to move away from her. So that's distance between me and her. So the place command comes to function for me almost like a little mini stay bubble. In order to build the command though, we first have to start by just establishing that the mat is the place where all magical things happen. So I want to build an association between being on her mat and receiving things that are good. So for Jemma, that is always food rewards. That's what she wants more than anything else. I want to build the duration behavior as a comfortable one. So for her, I'm going to use her down and settle on her mat as the cue itself. So to start, I am going to bring my dog over to my mat, put her in her down and settle, and reward her. Go get it. Go get it, Jemma. Girl. I'm not going to go crazy about having her stay there for long periods of time at first. I'm just going to establish the behavior of automatically laying down when she hits the mat. Notice that I'm not saying anything yet, I'm just building the behavior. Once I think she's performing it pretty reliably, I'm going to start adding my verbal cue and my hand signal. My hand signal for place is going to be the same as down. At this point, I'm going to show you how that will shift as we move along. Place. Place. Girl. Place. Yes, good job. So I want to build duration in my place command. So that for me means that I need to add a signal for Jemma to know when it's okay to leave her mat. I'm going to build the association between the mat and good things by continuing to reward Jemma while she's on her mat. For Jemma, I don't need to do this super frequently. I don't need to have a stream of treats going. But for you at first, you're going to need to give your dog a treat like once every couple of seconds in order to keep her on her mat. Once she gets settled, then you can start to build a little bit more latency between treats. So that means you can space out the interval between treats. So maybe you're only giving a treat every 5 seconds, maybe it's every 10 seconds. The important thing is that you don't want your dog pouncing up off of the mat before you're ready for her to go. Our signal that it's okay to get up is going to be the word okay. When I say okay, I'm going to throw a mat off to the a treat off to the side, and that's going to tell her that that's her cue to go. Okay. Place. Girl. Okay. Now, in order to build the strength of your okay cue, once your dog is reliably performing the place command, you're going to start saving your treat until you're okay. So that means that your dog is going to learn the command is not over until my human says okay. No good things are delivered to me until we're done. Place. Okay. Place. Okay. Place. Okay. So the cool thing about your place command is that you can build duration not only so that your dog stays on your mat while you're sitting there eating dinner, for instance. You can also build duration with distraction. So you can do that while you're having people walk by or you have people over to visit at your house. And you can also build distance. Distance is my favorite component of place because that's what allows it to function as kind of a little stay command. So I do that by building it in baby steps first. So I'll show you with Jemma. Place. So in order to build distance, I'm going to start very conservatively at first. That means that distance is going to look like just rocking back on one heel, returning, okay, and releasing. Place. I'll show you again. I'm just going to rock back, return, okay, and release. It is critically important that you must return to your dog before you release her. In real life, you would never put your dog in a stay and then allow her to get up before you actually return, right? Let's say that I take my dog to an outdoor restaurant and I go inside to order and I tell my dog to stay outside by my table. There's no scenario where I would want my dog to pop up before I get back to the table, right? So that's how we're going to teach the cue. Place. Okay. Once your dog is getting pretty good at it, place. You can start to increase your distance away from her. Again, make sure that you come all the way back, okay, before you release her. Place. Okay. As you're teaching, get creative about what kind of distractions you build in yourself. So maybe while you're practicing in your own home, you have another family member who is making dinner, or you practice when you have a guest over where he rings the doorbell. Maybe you just practice on your own by backing up and clapping your hands. Okay. You can practice in any number of ways, adding little distractions just at home before you get out into the real world.